Are you trying to work with a new Elementor Flexbox container block in your WordPress website and you really don't know about all of its features? In this video, you will learn about this new building block in depth to know exactly where your layout capabilities options are for different devices such as desktop, mobile devices in order to make it great. I also show you how to add custom breakpoints to determine how your items grow and shrink in order to fit in any screen size without the need to duplicate content. Hey and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Natalie. I love to make WordPress video tutorials about my favorite tools. One of them is Elementor Page Builder. Actually, I have in my channel a dedicated Elementor playlist. Be sure you check that out and click to like or to subscribe to the channel, and let's get into this. Elementor Flexbox Container is a new building block to efficiently lay out, align, and distribute items in a container in a responsive way. It simplifies all the design layout options as well as reduce the dump size. By using Elementor Flexbox Container, you can test and experiment different layouts and change the placements as well as the order of widgets as needed on different devices. First things first, you need to activate this option inside Elementor settings. To do that, head over to your WordPress dashboard and then locate the Experiments tab. Scroll down and activate the option. You can also activate this option to add additional custom breakpoints. So make sure you turn it on and then just scroll down and save all of your changes. I create a new custom web page, so go to Pages, add a new one, give it a name, publish twice, and click to edit with Elementor. To start off, let's drag in a container. Let's put here a background color. So the container width would be 68 VH and the height would be 50 VH, just like that. I like to use these VH and VW viewport units since they are relative to the viewable screen size. Unlike pixels, relative units are better suited to responsive design and also help to meet accessibility standards. VH and VW are mostly used for widths and heights. They both represent a percentage of the current browser viewport size. You can use free online converter tools to easily convert from pixels values into relative units. My suggestion is to use one of these tools to convert your units. This is one of the tools I use all the time for my clients. I will leave the web links for you in the description box. For padding, I like to use a RAM unit so the container scales up and down based on the root size, in other words, the HTML font size. So go to Advanced tab and here inserted one. So this is my parent container or a wrapper which will hold all my nested elements. Containers increase performance because you are only using one wrapper. It contrasts the previous way Elementor worked with sections and columns wherein you had two wrapper elements. So by nesting a child container inside a parent container, you will have better control over the direction, the alignment, order, length, and placement of Elementor widgets. So when you place containers inside other containers, they are called nested or child containers. So I drag in a child container since I want to adjust the width of the content inside the parent container. Let's adjust its width and height. The width would be 30 VW and the minimum height to 50 VH. So it only takes 50% of the viewport size. You can use the slider or insert manually. So let's create some content. So click on the plus icon, add in a heading. I had here a number, an H1, and then go to the content and let's align it to the center. Now let's duplicate. So click, duplicate, click and duplicate. Then I change to 2 and this one to 3. The widgets are laid out vertically. To set the container behavior and to arrange the elements in the Flexbox container, head over to the Layout tab by selecting the parent container. So select the container in which the items are positioned, this one. Then head over to the Layout. As you can see by default, they are laid out vertically, but you can change to the row direction. And you can also change to row reversed or to the column reversed. Below the Justify Content control, adjust the position of the child elements along the main axis. Let's put this to a row. There are start, center, and space between, where you have the space between the items, right? Space around and space evenly. You define under the gap between elements here the empty space between them. The gap you are actually determining is the outside space an element has. It has some similarities to the margin, so the value is subtracted from the child elements. For example, if I define the gap between elements to be 30, as you can see, you get this more spaced layout. By default, you get a 20 pixels gap. And the wrap control tells the container that the items within the container can stay or not in a single line. No wrap, they stay in the same line or to break into multiple lines. If I instead set to wrap, just like I did it, you have extra options to align vertically. So in this control, distributed in the cross axis, we are defining the alignment vertically. Flex start, flex end, space between, just like the justify content. If you activate the wrap options, you get to distribute this empty space in vertically. I hope it makes sense for you. This Flexbox CSS model concept, usually referred as Flexbox, is a method to distribute empty space between items, offering powerful alignment capabilities. It is a one-dimensional layout model. When working with this layout model, you need to think in terms of two axes, the main axis and the cross axis. To center our children's content in any container, we use the Align Items CSS property to align our items on the cross axis. On the other end, we use Justify Content to align the items on the main axis. And if you want to center these items, you need to select the parent one and then use the center align. You make all the adjustments in the parent container. Now let's talk about advanced controls, especially for mobile devices. This is my home page. It is an Elementor template where I converted the sections into Flexbox containers. We have 4 containers and I want to optimize for mobile devices. Firstly, let's add some more custom breakpoints onto my demo website. To access the default Elementor's breakpoints, locate at your bottom bar this icon. So click on the site settings button and then click on layout, and there it is, the default breakpoints. Then to add the new one, it's so easy. you just click on the plus icon and then just click on the breakpoints you want to insert. Then click to update. So opening up the home page to optimize in mobile devices. So I click on any child Elementor container, head over to the advanced tab, and there are 3 controls to align the child elements: align self, order, and size with the flex grow and flex shrink. To align self as all the same values as the align items properties, I will demo in desktop view since we have more space, but you can apply the same settings for mobile devices. You just need to select the mobile device you want to optimize. Okay, so I choose this one, change the order. As you can see, we are changing the order of the item just by clicking on this order property. So this is a fantastic setting you can assign to mobile devices. Under the size, we have the flex grow value. When it's set to 1, it means that if all items have flex grow set to 1, every child will have an equal size inside the container. If you were to give one of the children a value of 2, that child would take up twice as much space as the other. The flex shrink property specifies how the items will shrink relative to the rest of the flexible items inside the same container. This should be used in a scenario where the size of the flex items are larger than the flex container. Another great step you can take to convert this section into a one-column layout is simply adding a 50 pixels on the gap between elements. Put here 5. So select the Elementor Flexbox container, then under the layout put here 55, a gap between 55 pixels, and now we have one column. Then if you want to change this layout, you can put the width to 100%, and then you just need to copy, paste the style, repeat the same process. Just select the Elementor Flexbox container, copy the paste, and then paste the style and repeat the same process. Beautiful, pretty good. Another great idea you can have for mobile device optimizations is to hide certain elements while on mobile devices surfing. So to do that, over to the advanced tab, responsive, and then you just need to design down the visibility. You can hide on mobile devices. You have assigned breakpoints too. For instance, I want to hide on mobile. All I have to do is turn on and then update. Now we switch to the mobile version and we get this transparent layer or an overlay layer, and you are sure you have hidden the element. And that's it for today. I really hope you have learned something new and feel more confident about the new Elementor Flexbox container. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on my next YouTube video. Have a nice day wherever you are. Bye.